All right, dice. So, if you're creating a game and it requires dice, and we don't have any, well, then we need to make some. So, what we're going to do real quick is figure out how to make dice. And right here, we're using something called makerCase. It makes a laser cut box pretty quickly and pretty easily. So, we're using units of measurement of inches, and I think we're going to try and do T-slots. Maybe not, actually, because that'll be crazy looking. Okay, we're just going to do normal finger slots here, and then we'll glue them together. I think we're going to have to change the material thickness. It says 0.118 inches. If we were to go and measure our material, because you really want this edge, like the actual width of the wood itself, or the height. I'll how you look at it. We want to know that because that's how big the grooves are going to be. So how would we do that? Well, we would. I'm going to show you. We'd take a thing over here. This thing. I got it. It's a box, but it's what's inside the box. Right there. Is going to help. So it's a measurement tool. Take this. Okay. And it's a caliper, and we're going to turn it on. There it is. Okay. We're going to zero it out because these are pretty accurate. Okay, so we're going to zero it while it's closed. So now it's at 0. And we're going to measure we're going to measure how thick the wood is. That has tape on it or something I was doing earlier. Take it. Here we go. Okay. And what it's reading is 0.127. 0.128. 0.127, 0.128. So, and that's 0.128 inches. So we're going to do a custom 0.128 instead of 1.118 and add custom material. There we go. So now we're going to generate. Boop. And look at that. It's going to give us a box. That's perfect. We could do some other stuff like this kerf. This is the beam that we're cutting with, but we're not going to mess with that right now. Maybe some other time. And what you would see down here is, ooh, you know what? I've been on this mode the whole time. Sorry. Let's go back. Okay, so we're going to go back. Whoa, we're really going back. Okay, makerCase. So we know that that was 0.128. Okay, we're going to make each of these 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. This is showing up, I hope. Okay, let's just see. Okay, yeah, it should. And we're not using this given. We're going to change that to 0.128 inches. Add custom, because we're talking about this piece of wood here. And we're going to make finger slot joints and generate. When we generate that plan, we're not going to mess with any of this. Like I said, we're going to click generate, and now we have our case plans. Then we're going to go into Gravit. I already have something open, so we're going to go to new design. We are going to go with, it's really only 1 inch, so actually, no, you know what? We are going to, you know what, exit out of this, because you're going to go from here, and we're going to open from file, open from computer locally, And then we just have to find this one. It's case plans 2. So we know if we search case plans 2, there it is, open. Remember, we want to make dice. So each of these sides is given in its own group. So what I've done in the past and what worked was that I took each of these paths out of the groups they're in. There might be an easy way to do this, but for now this is working. And then I go ahead and delete these groups. We're going to take that path, put it up here, take this path, put it up here. And finally this last one. And now we have all 6 of these sides just as paths, no grouping necessary. And when we take that and select all, we can change the color or whatnot, whatever we want. Now, right now it's in black, and that's fine, that's perfect. And now let's start to add some components for the dice. So we're going to use our ellipse tool, and we are going to put a circle. That circle indicates 1 if you've never used a dice before. That's a 1. And we can align it to the center of that. We can duplicate that circle. We can go over here. I don't know exactly how they, like what's on the opposite side of each. It's probably like 1 and 6, but I'm not positive about that. I don't know why that duplicated differently. So we're going to duplicate that. Now we have a 2 spot here. It's a little hard to tell what's happening when you have this transparent background, but that's okay. So let's just move that. You know what? You see this area? I'm just going to move it right in between those 2 spokes and then over some. So we're not too close to the cuts. Just like that. Okay. And now we're going to take all of those 2, copy, paste, boop. And since this one has 3, duplicate, move it up here, move this one right to the center. Let's see if we can get that aligned there. Yep, there we go. We got 3. Zoom out. We'll do 4 by taking these 2 corners, copy, paste, take those 2 corners, and then copy, paste, and then rotate, just like that. We can lock it by doing shift. Now we're going to take all of these, copy, paste, over here, line them up just right. Take this middle one, copy, paste, put that in the middle. And then 6 is kind of funny. We're going to take all of these, 4, paste, copy, paste, take that over here, and you know what? These circles are going to be pretty close together, so I think what we're going to do is actually shrink them up a bit. Alright, so we're going to take this one down, align it center there, align it there, align that one center, delete these, we don't need them. Put this one here, align to the center of those 2. Are these not centered? Might not be. We're just going to center everything here. Boop. Okay. And then we can align, center, modify, align, distribute horizontally. It looks pretty good. And copy, paste, and scroll that over. And we're going to move it in a bit. Take this one, move this one in a bit. Just so they're not like, I don't know, all over the place. Now we have 6 dots on there. We got all the dots. So now, if we select all of our dots, The easy way to select all the dots is probably just to go like this, find the last dot, hold down Shift, you have the first one selected, now you have this bottom one selected, and you have every single other one selected. Done. Alright, why did we do that? Because we want to make this border not black. We want to make this one, doesn't matter, but not black, because the outline is black. So we're going to make this one red, okay? And you know what? In fact, we're going to make this fill red, too. And you can really see what's happening. Now when we save this, we'll save this as dice. Well, no, we'll save it as untitled. And now we'll export it as SVG. And at this point you would upload it, and then I could go and print it. Instead of that, we're going to email it to myself. Boop, boop, bop, bop. Drag that in. Bing, bang, bang, bang. Whoa, 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 whoa. Get down here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Bye. Got it. Okay. Now we can go over to the other thing. Over here. So now we will pull this up because I do want you to see what's going on here. Start recording, right? Okay. This is not a, well, this is a screenshot, but it's it's literally recording the screen. Okay. So minimize that. We're gonna go into my email here. I'm gonna go back here. Refresh me. There we go. Download. Alright, save as dice. Whoa. Oh geez, was my time in the way there? Sorry. Now we got our dice saved somewhere.
Did your remote work again? I forget. The thing's on again. You've got to shut that.
Sorry.
Did you do a climb or
I was recording
was it
something
remote?
there.